Alright guys, today we're going to go over the Redline Flashlight by Nebo. There's a few reviews out there that I've seen and I've shown a bunch of information about this flashlight, but I still find myself asking questions. So after I went ahead and bought one, and I'm very happy with it, by the way, I decided I would do my own review. So here goes. Well, this flashlight, first of all, isn't too big. I do have baby hands, but at just shy of 4 inches long. It's fairly small. It has a few functions on it, which are very helpful, I think. It's made out of aircraft grade aluminum, which again helps it be fairly light and durable at the same time. And for a $25 light that's as bright as a $250 light, it's I think definitely well worth the mid $20 range, which is what I paid for mine. I paid about 26 bucks for it. So I'll go over the functions real quick of this light. First of all, it has 5 modes. It's got 100% 220 lumen, which is its brightest output. Visible at 150 yards with a battery life of 4 hours. This graph that they put on the side of the light here I think really helps. So anyway, I'll go ahead and demonstrate those. And the way the light works to cycle through the modes is you simply turn it on. Okay. And to cycle through the modes, you can either turn it off and turn it back on within 10 seconds, otherwise it'll default back to the top again. Or you can just press lightly and let go. Okay, so like I said, you have your 100%, 220 lumen, good for 150 yards, 4 hours output. You have your 50%, good for at 110 lumens, good for 65 yards for 8 hours. 10%, 22 lumens, 30 yards for 15 hours. And of course, as you saw, the SOS mode, which is full brightness, by the way, and the strobe mode, which is also full brightness. This is very, very bright right now. I know the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's blinding me. And both of these SOS and strobe modes are good for 72 hours. So, again, that's a pretty long time. Now, while I get my vision back, I'll go over some of the functionalities with the light in terms of the beam. It is a single LED with a projection lens on it. It's a plastic projection lens, but it is fairly good quality nevertheless, fairly sharp beam. The beam is focusable by rotating this bezel right here, and the bezel has a nice smooth rotation feel to it. There's a rubber gasket in there that makes that possible. On the back of the light, this inner ring on the inside here is a magnet. Pretty powerful. It'll hold itself up underneath a car, or up against the side of a door jamb, or whatever it is you might find it useful for. So it's a pretty powerful magnet. And then this button back here is also glow in the dark. So again, another handy feature. With that being said, the light also does run on a cluster of 3 AAA batteries. So none of those expensive CR123A batteries, which are expensive and hard to come by. Runs on these, and when they go out, they're AAA batteries, guys. You just buy some more batteries. It's, again, fairly inexpensive to own and operate. Now, I'll go over a few things with this light. Being a single LED flashlight at 220 lumens, again, the brightness is my biggest, biggest excite about the whole light. That's primarily why I bought it. That's its biggest attraction in my opinion. 220 lumens, guys. It's extremely bright. It's a hand cannon. This is competing with other lights, like I said, Surefire, Phoenix, what have you, and for its price, I think it's amazing. Now we're going to get a little into what they claim this light can do. First of all, you'll hear it called a tactical flashlight. The strike bezel up here is pretty sharp, I'll give it that. This will irritate your skin. I haven't had it actually cut me, but it will irritate your skin. It's very, very sharp for what it is. Now, there's a couple of things that I don't like about this light. You call it a tactical flashlight, Nebo, but you have a giant red glowing ring here. Now that ring can't be taken off and replaced with just putting the bezel in a different place. In other words, to keep this light intact, you have to have that ring there to hold it in place. But that's something that kind of bothers me. How tactical is it if your attacker can see where you're coming from? Right, guys? Also, that ring's made out of plastic. That is what's supporting the projection assembly and the strike bezel up here. How hard of a hit can this bezel take before this piece of plastic cracks? Now, granted, I've taken it apart. It looks pretty durable. I'm sure it could, you know, take a pretty good beating. But, you know, if you really needed this in a very aggressive self-defense situation where you needed all of your strength, you feeding all your strength through that tiny piece of plastic, in my opinion, guys, eventually it's going to crack. So, again, not a huge fan of that. I can't really see too much of a functional purpose in that, or reliability rather, and durability. Also, the little strike bezel on the back, well, just again, how good of an impale can that make with a flat surface against that magnet? This isn't doing anything right here, just pushing it against my hand. So, again, that's just another form of criticism. Now, the light does come apart, ladies and gentlemen. These three pieces come off, and I won't pull them apart now. There's really no reason to, but you can pull out that projector in there and clean it. The LED itself in there actually comes out, and it completely strips down to a tube. This mechanism right here comes off. If you take it apart, I mean, it's it definitely can be cleaned. You can get inside it if it ever gets really dirty. And one last thing to go over, on one side of the package it'll say waterproof, on the other side it'll say water resistant. I can tell you right now, it is not a waterproof light. Do not submerge this flashlight. I read in one place on the internet that Nebo did some sort of industry standard testing where the light has to be submerged a meter underwater for a certain amount of seconds without fail. I do not trust it. The seals on here keep rain from getting in. It's fine if it gets wet under rain. This thing can get poured on, and the light will not get destroyed. There are those rubber gaskets in there. But getting submerged, I would definitely think twice before taking this thing to a pool, and surely never go diving with it or anything. So that's just something to clear up. I kind of do wish it was submersible. You know, even at 20 feet, I'd be happy if they could call it submersible. But anyway, I'm not ready to ruin this to prove it right or wrong. So, other than that, I do think it's a great light for the money. Definitely the best flashlight I've ever owned for under $100, and for what it does, honestly, probably the best flashlight I've ever owned. It can be bothersome to have to cycle through all the modes, and if you just want like a momentary on or off, you can't really do that without going through all the modes. So you can't just, like, you know, press down and then release and it's off. You know, you have to go through the modes. So, but at least you can shut it off between modes. That helps. But anyway, that's it. That is the Redline by Nebo. Just real quick, I wanted to say that I did get this carry case with this little spring-loaded clip on the back here, bell clip on the back, and the light fits pretty snug into the case. I've heard stories where this will cut a hole through your pocket and find another owner, basically. So it definitely helps to have the case. It'll stay put. And I paid, I think, $6 for the case. So if you get the light and you're going to carry it on you every day, you definitely need this case. It's available just about everywhere now. So yeah, that is the Redline Flashlight by Nebo. I'm open to any more questions that you guys might have. I'm in the automotive industry. I use it every day, and actually, after owning it for 2 months, I haven't replaced the batteries yet, so that's how good it is. So anyway, feel free to ask any questions, and I hope this review is helpful. Alright, thanks very much for watching.